Hey there, welcome back. The Augusta's Black Caddy Men on the Bag experience is continuing at the Lucy Craft Laney Museum. And joining me today to share more is Program Manager Tony Dean. Tony, it's great to see you.
Good to see you.
All right, let's get right to it. So this is going to happen over the course of several months. The next date is going to be Wednesday the 10th. So what's the inspiration behind the event?
Well, our desire is to preserve the legacy of the African-American caddies in Augusta. When the Augusta National was created several years ago, the rule was that all caddies had to be black. And we know the times. We know that that was a time that was very difficult in America.
Yeah.
And as a result of that, it was a role that many people may not have necessarily thought was a great opportunity to have. But Augusta's Black Caddies took that role and they were able to build careers out of it and be really resourceful in just understanding golf and being able to help many caddies who've come to Augusta to play golf.
Yeah.
Many golfers who've come to Augusta to play golf. Okay,
sounds good to me. So on this tour, what can folks expect and as well as learn on the tour?
Okay, well, the way we do this is a performance that's an hour and a half, and when you arrive, then you have the opportunity to hear the stories told by the Augusta Mini Theater actors of some of the golfers, some of the caddies, and you get to really see what it's like behind the scenes. As caddies, they read the greens, they understood the greens. They were people who were able to support these players in the Masters tournament, or if they were coming for leisure, and you really get to see what that was like. It was a big role.
Yeah. Do you have any personal stories of some of the golfers that, or the caddies that we're going to hear from?
Yes, well, there are a couple of them. We have Willie Cemetery Petit. He was the caddy for President Eisenhower for about 10 years, so his story is quite interesting. And also we have Willie Pappy Stokes. He's known as the godfather of the Black Caddies. He actually won 5 Masters tournaments with 4 golfers. So
Wow.
those stories are interesting. And another tidbit is that you get to learn how all the caddies got their nicknames.
Okay. How'd you guys go about finding these caddies for this event?
Well, one of the things is there is a book by that is out about the Augusta's Black Caddies, and we had the author come to the museum just a few days ago, and he actually goes into detail about the stories of several of the caddies and just the locations in town that they came from, Sand Hills, Turpin Hill. It goes into a lot of history, so we were able to use that as reference.
I'm going to put you on the spot. Do you have a favorite caddy story from that book or that you did the research on?
Let's see. My favorite caddy story probably would be the caddy story about Willie Pappy Stokes. And it's interesting because in the play you find that when it would rain, when it was bad weather, at all times of year, he would be out on the greens studying the ball, the wind, and you know, just how things happen,
Yeah.
you know, in nature. And he talks about how people thought he was crazy. Why are you out there? It's raining. What are you doing? Come on in.
A lot of folks would say that now.
Yeah, but he talks about how he was using that time to understand the science of nature and how balls can move, those types of things. And as a result of that, he was able to incorporate that in his caddying. And as a result, as I mentioned before, he was a winning caddy for 5 Masters tournaments with 4 golfers. And in the story, it talks about how those golfers never won a Masters tournament again after they, you know, worked with him.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is a museum where this is going to be held at. So how does this tour integrate with some of the other museum exhibits that you guys have out there?
Okay, well, first of all, I will say that when you come to this play, this performance, it's an hour and a half, and like, for example, if you come Wednesday, we're going to have a local jazz singer, Bill Karp, there. He's going to perform about a half hour. While you're waiting for Men on the Bag to start, you have the opportunity to enjoy the Rosa T. Beard Debutante Club exhibit that we have up. It ends this month, and then next month we're going to bring on our annual golf caddy exhibit.
Okay, sounds good to me. If folks want to register, how can they do that?
Just go onto our website, lucycraftlaneymuseum.com, and you're able to sign up there. And we are holding these throughout the remainder of the year. Every time you come, there's something a little bit different. So if you've been before, you can still come back and enjoy it even more. I should say you have the opportunity at the end of the actor's performance to interact with living caddies. We have golfer Jim Dent there and some of the other caddies. So it's a fun event, and you also get to get caddy Caddy cards.
Ah, okay.
And they sign the cards, and so that's even more fun. Everybody that comes enjoys it because they get that one-on-one experience.
Okay. All right, sounds good to me. So the upcoming event is going to be Wednesday the 10th from 6 until 7 over at the museum. Tony, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.